Hello everyone, I'm Tim. Did you know that karate can be seen as a compilation, a best of, if you will, of a whole lot of different Southeast Asian martial arts? Today's story can be read in full in Patrick McCarthy's Bubishi, and it's about the origins of Fujian White Crane Gong Fu. Now, I left out large parts of the story, so you'll just have to get your hands on a copy of the Bible of Karate yourself. Fujian White Crane Gong Fu is one of the martial arts that is an important part of the martial arts cocktail that is karate. Now, the story goes that Fang Xin Yang, a skilled monk fist boxing master, was defeated in combat, leaving him severely injured. Although his daughter and personal disciple Fang Xin Yang cared for him, he eventually died. Now, because she lost her father in such circumstances, she wanted revenge and started thinking about how she could do this. Her own fighting skills weren't good enough at the time to successfully avenge her father, so she was at a loss as to what to do. Now, one day, she heard strange noises close to her home. When she looked out the window, she saw two beautiful white cranes fighting. Noticing the beautiful movements of the creatures, she became inspired. The graceful movements hid deadly precise attacks. She went out to try and scare the birds off with a bamboo pole, but she couldn't get close to them. The birds just instinctively evaded her attacks and flew off. Fang thought about this encounter and concluded if someone could fight like these birds, they would become invincible. Now, after much thought and much practice, she managed to combine her knowledge of monk fist Gong Fu with the understanding of the bird's movements, and she created a new style. She trained very hard, and she developed into an unusually skilled fighter, with a reputation to match. She also cautioned her students to be careful in using the deadly techniques she taught them. Oh, and what about the whole Kill Bill attitude of wanting to get even with the criminals who beat up and essentially killed her father? Well, in true legendary fashion, Master Fang Xin Yang transcended any desire to violently revenge her father's death upon having mastered her art of self-defense. So that's the story behind Fujian White Crane Gong Fu as it's told in Patrick McCarthy's translation of the Bubishi. What did you think of it? Have you read this story before? Do you know of a different version of this story? Leave a comment down below and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Now, we can still see the influences of White Crane Gong Fu in karate today, either directly or indirectly. A great example of this is the kata Happoren. In the following fragment, Hanshi Patrick McCarthy will share his enormous wealth of knowledge with us and explain a short part of this kata. Let's take a look.
And now what I'd like to talk about is just going to walk you through the exercise and talk about some of the techniques that we're going to do, okay? All right, so we've come up and we've brought these hands up into this position. You see, it's kind of like if you were, say, someone who understood Sanshin, for example. You know how you bring your hands out? You notice there's that V kind of configuration. We refer to this as the hourglass. I'll talk to you about bridging, checking and bridging later, but for the time being, all we're doing is we're bringing the hands straight up like this from here. You see how on the side is we're bringing them straight up like this from here. Big inhalation, and then we're rotating the bridge or rotating the palm.
Now, next week, we'll finally take a look at the life of one of the most interesting karate masters of the early 20th century, and that's saying something, Motobu Choki. Of course, I can't leave you just like that. Now let's end this video with a full execution of this kata. See if you can recognize the white crane movements in it. And as always, thanks for watching.